Hey guys, Mr. B here, and in my absence I thought I'd make a few videos to help you guys keep up. The first one, this one is on rules of logs. So I thought what I might just do first is go over we have 5 basic rules. I got the 4 ones that I think are most important right here. And just go through them and then do a couple of examples from your notes. So what we got here is the first rule is if you're adding 2 logs with the same basis, and that's key for all this stuff, same basis, then what you need to do, so we got A and B inside the logs. So what we need to do is multiply those inside the log function. It's a lot like the opposite of your exponent rules, because exponents or your exponentials and logs are inverses. So if you know your exponent laws, you know your log rules. So like the rule for multiplying powers to the same base is you add exponents. So the rules for adding logs with the same base is multiplying what's inside the logs. So the same thing goes for subtraction. So if you're subtracting 2 logs with the same base, you just divide what's inside. This one's a little different. If you have something inside the log function with an exponent, what you can do is bring that exponent down to the outside, and then that multiplies the entire log, and we leave basically what was inside there before inside. And this one is really, number 4 is really important for solving log equations. We won't actually use it in this video, but I'll use it in a couple other videos. And that is, if you have log of A is equal to log of B, then that tells you that this A and B must be equal. So that's really useful for solving log equations. So let's see if we can use the first 3 here and simplify some log stuff. So this is a question that often comes up, and this is straight from your notes, is you're given something that's all together and you have to expand it out as much as you possibly can. So let's do that. So first of all, we need to recognize that this is actually, I think this is actually a 4th root in your notes. It's not n to the 4. So maybe I'll write that a little differently. So log m and then 4, the 4th root of n. So what we want to do is write things in terms of just log of m and log n. So let's do that. So we're multiplying 2 things here, so we're going to use our first rule, which is adding. So if we're multiplying inside a log, then we add log, so it should look like this. Log of m plus log the 4th root. Actually, I don't need to write that there like that. I'll write like this. 4th root of n. And then what we can do is we know that the 4th root of n is actually n to the 1 over 4, so I'll rewrite it like that. Log of m plus log of n to the 1 over 4. And then that becomes log m plus 1 over 4 log n. So there we go. We've taken something right here and we've expanded it all the way to this guy using our exponent laws. So it's really important that we know those exponent laws and be able to use them efficiently, which is important why you need to keep working through the notes. Alright, let's try another one. So this one right here we want to sort of put together our what we have here. So we're going to try to simplify it as much as possible to write in terms of one log, a single log. So first things first, we have to recognize we got some constants multiplying these logs, so we can use our 3rd rule and put those as exponents inside the log function. So I'll write this as log of m to the 5 plus log, and actually I got a base on this one and no base on that one, so I'm just going to put 5 on both of those. And then log base 5 of n to the 1/2. And of course we know what 1/2 is, that's square root, so I'll do that in the next step. Log of base 5 m to the 5 plus log base 5 1/2 n. So then if you look, we're adding logs. So when we add logs, we multiply what's inside the log function. So we write log of m to the 5 times root n. And there we go. We took it from something that was simplified all the way to a single log using our rules. So that's a typical question, good multiple choice question. Let's try another one. So this one's looks a little bit more complicated, but it's actually pretty easy. So what we need to do is look inside here and do what's inside the brackets first. So I'll start with my adding logs. So when we're adding logs, we multiply. So 1/2. So we'll multiply log of n and then times n. So we multiply what's inside log functions. And then we subtract log p. Now, if you remember when we subtract, we have to use a third rule, I think, and that's divide, or second rule actually, 1/2 log. So we divide what's inside. So log of mn divided by log of p. And then since we have the 1/2 to the outside, what we can do is bring that in and make it an exponent. And from the last question, we should realize that exponent 1/2 is square root. So our final answer is going to look like this: log square root mn over p. So we took it from something that was complicated all the way down to something that's, in terms of a single log. So hopefully that was helpful. And like I said, if you got any questions, guys, please feel free to email me, and I'll try to get back to you. All right, good luck.